Hey everybody, welcome to the nightly vid. Apologies on it coming out late, but to start the week, we see SPY taking last week's highs, starting as a 2 to the upside. Drawing right to left, that's what your broad information looks like. We still have yet to reclaim 575.35, so that's something, line in the sand. We'll see if we can get above that this week or not. It did gap up Monday, so if we do 2-2 on a Tuesday, I want to be aware of that. That turned into the gap up sell, but for now they're holding that gap, so we'll see if that stays the case. Qs, same thing, starting as a 2-up week this week. Slight higher highs and slight lower lows. Dow Jones starts as the inside week and up, and you're going to see reclaiming all the lows on the left here. So that's a good thing, right? Still going to be red on the month, just like everything else, but we'll see as we get to the end of the quarter if they're trying to bid it back up or not. If that were to fail, it would turn into the 2-2 day, trying to rev strat the week. So we want to be aware of that. It's already hit its magnitude on the week, taking this out. IDBM, it's going to look the same as the rest, just weaker, as you'll see on the quarter here, with the reversal back down after all-time highs. So weakest of the bunch still, as far as we know. That being said, if we go to financials from last week, those are still good. So 322 last week, still good in the XLF. Broad information looks like this, so we'll see if they can follow through with that. Got all these lows in here you want to see reclaimed, so be aware of that. All these scenario threes. In the energies, those are considered still good as well. Making higher lows and full time frame continuity. You can see the outside month. These are all setting up for next month and next quarter. Inside quarter 3-1 XLE with the outside month hammer. That's something we want to know about. You see XOM looks the same outside quarter or outside month. Potential 3-2-2 quarter. Yeah. CVX. You see a 2-up quarter, potential rev strat year, and outside month to the upside. So all those things look really good, and that's something we want to know about. Go to OIH, setting up the month for next quarter. You'll see the slight lower lows and then reclaim all these guys. Go to the quarter, a little bit further from, reversal. XOP is going to be the same. You'll see the hammer month, bottom of the big triangle in here. You got the hammer quarter, maybe setting up for a rev strat, right? Still a little bit of distance to make that happen. But all the energy is still of interest, still good. That will tell you things like FANG as well. We'll see the 2-2 weeks, still good. Setting up the big old hammer month for us. And some of the stronger ones include AR, outside month, 2-up year with a double inside year or 2-year inside pattern to the upside, and continuation quarter likely next quarter. So those are some of the energy names we'll want to know about. And maybe Oxy turns into something, but for now, maybe. Right? It's a little weaker still, but you got this big triangle to work with. So we're still looking at financials energies this week. The defense sector did confirm its 2-2 as of last week with the 3-2-2, setting up the rev strat month for next month, and the inside quarter for next quarter, which tells you Boeing. You see a nice big hammer month cooking up down in here after making some higher lows. So see if we can make some higher highs up into these guys. If we go to GE, so it's on our inside week list last week, still good, and daily or weekly magnitude hit, setting up the hammer month for next month, maybe a 3. GD still just doing nothing. Lockheed Martin had some news or something, but maybe a 3-2-2 tomorrow in there. Then NOC, you see closer to inside week up. Still a 2-2 month, setting up the hammer quarter. So we'll be looking at that stuff into the end of the quarter here, see if we can't get anything going there. Outside of the focus there on the sectors, we have, some of the bigger names taking last week's highs, like Meta firms up a little bit. You see it really doesn't do too much, right? Google firms up a little bit, doesn't do too much. Tesla did have a nice inside week and up, which gets it going. So maybe you get a hammer month next month there. If we go to Apple, slight inside week up to start the week, maybe a momentum hammer day in here. That wants to get going. So some of the bigger names, not really doing too much. Adobe, not so much, nothing going on. On the downside, Starbucks from the weekend vid, the measured move does kick in. So we'll see if that goes 3-2 on a Tuesday to expand it. And then as far as the financial holdings concerned, Morgan Stanley, you'll see 2-2 days, still good, confirms the week. Goldman Sachs, you'll see 2-2 days, still good, confirms last week's weekly signal. Wells Fargo, 3-2 weeks, still good. Rev strat day confirmed that. We'll see if it follows through. Citigroup confirming, Bank of America confirming, Hood is in there as well, confirming. We also see some Bitcoin stuff, MicroStrategy going with Coin firming up a little bit, and all the miners, Mara, 2-2 weekend up, Riot, Inside weekend up, and I know there's like WULF also weekend up, so you got some miners going, and the Bitcoin is a little firm, but you can see it comes back in maybe on Tuesday, so we'll be aware of that. All these miners, you know, really green, unless you get a big gap down tomorrow, you don't got much to go after tomorrow morning. But it's a little bit of what we're seeing. As far as setups for tomorrow, we got this. You know, we actually don't have much. I didn't get to scan until, you know, as I started this video here, but there is, you know, a chunk of inside days, which will confirm or negate, but nothing that's screaming out in the S&P 500 here. I'm going to let it load here and then we can start talking about it. So UNH, you can see the inside day. It is full time from continuity to the upside. It's momentum though. Procter and Gamble. So in the staples, PG. Inside day with full time from continuity down. It is momentum. Coca-Cola inside day. Still inside a week would be a 3-1. With Pepsi inside day. Maybe a PMG back up, but it is red on the month still. So a lot of this stuff is weaker in here. And then we'll see, you know, Verizon in the utilities / telecommunication stuff. You got a pivot machine gun, so maybe you can get some quick cash in there right in the morning if they break down when the market's firm. Could trigger a week and negate the month. So you could try that. Tells you AT&T, which could become 3-2-2 day to go an outside week. It is Doji month at this point, so you don't got much going on there. Outside of that, there's a few energies, a few other staples like MO inside day. Just nothing that's screaming out at me here. If we go to a few of the energies, you're going to see COP inside day, and then some of the other energies, PSX inside day. If we go to XOM, it's closer to a RevStrat. Prefer still to not short that because of the green month. If you go to CVX, closer to a RevStrat, right? Just prefer not to short it because of the green month. You can try. If we go to things that are in force on the week, this could be a bigger list of stuff going on. We're going to see this. So we have some 3-2s to start the week, starting with COF in financials. So the 3-2 hammer to the upside, back through the triangle, confirming all the financials going up. It's the only one in the SPY here. If we take a look at all optionable stocks, we're going to have Carvana in here, which was on the weekend vid. 3-2 week, you can see the inside day up, got it going to start the week. So that is going to start the week. And those are kind of the main ones, COF, Carvana. You could be looking at on if you want. It is Doji month at this point, though. We do see other stuff like Zoom starting to perk up a little bit here off the RevStrat day, setting up the 2-2 month for next month. If you're interested in that, personally, I think that one's going to end up being a leader this year. So this might not be a bad place to get it, or you just wait for the next month open for the 2-2. But definitely that's something we're looking for. So that being said, if you're skipping to the end of the video, this is the gist. So continuation names, still going to have the financials in there. All the energies are kind of question marks. We might get 2-2 on a Tuesday. These, we're going to look for continuations in here. So we'll see Verizon and T turnaround Tuesday, question mark. Remove this, Starbucks. 3-2 natural selling. While the market goes up, Starbucks is full time from continuity down. Double check in here. On the 3-2s, we have COF, we have Carvana, so we actually had the 2 ones we were looking for. And then we can add to the weekend vid, Zoom, setting up 2 down, 2 up month. And then if we go to Datadog, you see it does start as the week and up. You'll notice the very slight lower low in here, so trying to come back through that. And then think that covers it. We did see Cost and Walmart take the week up to start the week. Walmart did not, but it did firm up. You see this nice little daily signal, the 322. So you got it moving. It's just still an inside week. But that's kind of the gist. We don't have a lot of turnaround Tuesday names. All the energies could become, 2-2s back down tomorrow with some inside days in PSX. And I'd like to see financials keep going. Now, that being said, let's take a look quickly at your statistics here. Sadly, I can't do it on a weekly basis, but what we can see is on a daily basis, things that were 2 up. See all the cyclicals, 94%. Industrials, 88%. Financials, 82%. Tech, 92%. Healthcare, 73%. So this tells us, things are firming up to start the week. Most things going up. The only place you had a lot of 2s down was utilities. And a lot of this stuff, it's like 0% down, 10% down, 2%, 1%, 4%. It's like you don't even got much going down. Maybe some staples you can see here are kicking in. But this type of statistics, this is what you want to know about, right? Because this gives you the confidence to say, things are going up. Unless we get a simultaneous 2-2 on a Tuesday across all these sectors, it's going to be difficult to turn around. So that is the gist here. Positions from last week, they're good. And any new positions this week, you can go after those. The last thing I want to add in here is just continuation. So like adds to the weekend vid. We're going to add PLTR, which you can see following through on the week. And we can add Tesla, which we did mention in the weekend vid as an inside week. And then the last thing here is for the Gapper traders. OKLO will be on the Gappers tomorrow. So star. So it was high implied volatility and it's not gapping that much. So we'll see if we get a nice kicking pattern, 2-2 pivot machine gun or what. If we go and just turn on our extended trading hours, we can see didn't really go anywhere on the earnings, right? It goes up and then might open as kicker down. So when we look at this, if we're reclaiming, 29.69, potentially all the way back through all this stuff down into here, 22. If we can get back above that, see the scenario 3 from the earnings. If we can reclaim this, potentially we go back to the highs up in here, 32 to 33. So we'll be watching that with the Gappers tomorrow. And that's about all I've got tonight. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the vid. I know it's coming out late. As always, if you skip to the end, you kind of get the summary. But that's all I've got. Adios. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you guys in the morning.